What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. Our goal, of course, is to go ahead and declare war on the Chinese. We obviously have a lot of naval supremacy in the region. We also have quite a bit of air power in all of these areas, but one of my biggest priorities is we are going to need to build quite a variety of convoys. A lot of them are being used for trade and supply. About 21 of my ships are being transported across the Pacific, but 3 have been left behind. Looking at our production, we are starting to work on some actual convoys, but now we lack some steel. Still lacking some chromium. Really, our issue is just we don't have enough convoys. So the more steel we accumulate, the better off we will become. Let's go ahead and throw in a few more. Let's improve our support weapons. And probably even supporting our marines, though better fighters are going to be useful as well. Getting some more doctrines, making our way down to multi-altitude flying, giving more agility for our fighters and heavy fighters altogether. And what I probably want to do is, I get that we have a lot of rubber, but we don't have any space at all. Building more, or building some actual refineries could prove to be very viable here in Hawaii. I get that we have a lot of oil, but we really do want rubber. And it could be very useful. That way we don't have to essentially trade for as much. Where is our rubber? +1 rubber. Our units are still making their way over. We are still producing quite a variety of heavy tanks, though they are nowhere near ready to go. Missing quite a bit of heavies. Obviously, we don't have convoys to trade, so it is going to be a little challenging. We are changing to fascists, surprisingly enough. And I'm starting to wonder, we obviously have a lot of planes here in Okinawa. I'd like to add some actual fighters. Here we have quite a bit of Thunderbolts. Let's go ahead and place them in the East China Sea. Air superiority and interception where we can. I really would like to go ahead, take Taiwan, and then build up a very powerful air base. Though I don't know if it's going to happen. We have the ability to add some additional fighters here. Bring them into the Yellow Sea, I suppose. Looks like we do have 100% mission efficiency, which is good news. We have some free military factories. We have a lot of oil, and we have a lot of tungsten, though not much of anything else. What can we build? I don't know. Whatever uses oil, but then again, these half-tracks do use steel that we don't have. Not much we can do without convoys. I guess we'll go ahead and just keep building up our... Well, I wonder what China has. Resource map mode somewhere. It looks like they do have a little bit of chromium, so that is going to be useful. They have quite a bit of steel. As we do our invasions, especially here in Manchuria, we should be able to accumulate quite a bit of territory. Because we don't have enough convoys, we can't actually take all of these. Look at all this chromium we can't take. Yeah, all we need is more convoys. We obviously have 537, and it says that we need a lot more. Are we actually producing convoys? I promise you we are. Bring those to the top. I lied. We weren't building any convoys at all. So I don't know if we really need any more destroyers. Our heavy cruisers can stay. After we create this one carrier, I'm probably just going to go ahead and build convoys, because we're going to use a lot of them. And then we're going to free up quite a bit of steel. Convoys should accumulate fairly quickly. Only 2.4 every week. B-25 Mitchell Bomber has been unlocked. We aren't in 1944, but we're damn near close to it. Getting another naval bomber could be very, very useful, but instead I think we're actually going to get strategic bombers, or excuse me, tactical bombers, and start pumping those out. But of course, well, we do have a lot of, we don't have aluminum. I wonder what they require. We obviously have a lot of tungsten that I would like to use, but I think the only thing that tungsten is really good for is artillery, which we could put on. We have the ability to do that. We haven't really been upgrading it, but you know, we don't have steel. Yeah, maybe, might as well. And are we actually building any tactical bombers? I don't know, but might as well start it. Our artillery will come first. Yep, strategic bomber, not tactical. People's Republic of China have joined the Comintern. So now we definitely aren't going to be declaring war because well, at least not in this episode, because we really need to gear up. I really can't lose. I need to make as powerful of a military as I can. And in order to do that, I'm going to need convoys. But my goal is to complete my carrier, complete the M2 Carbine, which we are 2 years behind schedule. We have so much infantry equipment, but we aren't really producing any units. A lot of support equipment as well. China has... that's weird. That is very, very weird. China joined the Comintern, and then joined the Allies. Maybe it was the People's Republic of China. Well, now, if I declare war on China, we are going to lose all that territory. So I suppose, do I want... Who do I want to win? I guess we should really figure this out sooner rather than later. If we declare war on the Allies, Canada needs to go. It's going to be one of the very first that needs to go. Maybe starting here in Alaska and chugging our way along. Can we actually produce any of our motorized units? It looks like they're coming along nicely. They're still gaining some experience. We might actually declare on the Allies, but I was trying to make this as historical as possible. I don't know what we're going to do. Obviously, declaring on Russia seems like our most viable option. We obviously have the tanks to do so. Somewhere. All 21 of you, still waiting for 3 more. We finally have some extra convoys. All of you need to make your way over. Somehow, somewhere. Can we create a front line? And then add everybody to the front line. I probably should delete this first. Select everybody. Create a front line on Russia. And then an offensive line, I guess, all the way up to the river. If that's even possible. Activate when you're ready to go. Do we need better infrastructure? Probably. Let's get you to 10 of 10 just in case. And I am going to be building some naval dockyards here in the region. Getting that up as fast as possible. And letting the game tick on again. A lot of radar stations are being constructed. All of these Marines probably need to change up once again. Destroy and destroy. Okay, so these 10, your #1 priority is to go from here. If we could seize the airbase, we would do very, very well. I don't really see any naval bases up in this area except for way up here. Kamchatka doesn't appear to have any. So my #1 goal is to seize this naval base. That's not even in the right area. So right there, these 10 Marines are probably going to go from here all the way to capture. I would like that airport, but I don't know how necessary it is. I guess we're going to go after this. Or better yet, we could just sail all the way up to Kamchatka Or better yet, take that island. I think we'll take the island. Activate when you're ready. Activate when you're ready. Obviously, we still need some convoys. Our units are making it over, and it looks like we're actually taking attrition now because of our supply. State of Japan has joined the Allies. Soviet Union has declared war on Japan. Yeah, we definitely need supplies here. Looking at our supply area. I mean, I don't know if we need an infrastructure or if we need more naval bases. It says the highest is level 3. Local naval base limits us to 9. Maybe that's what needs changed. In the meantime, though, I want all of my units to make it on over. I don't know if they're going to, though I hope they are. Okay, how many heavies do we have? We are down 3.8 thousand, expecting to have it completed in 180 days. So you know what? That's when we're going to be declaring our war. Though obviously our #1 priority is still to build up our infrastructure, still building up our naval bases when we can. China is doing quite a bit of damage and putting us in a predicament. Maybe declaring on China might be an option. Because obviously the Soviet Union is going to get pushed back. Looks like Germany isn't losing too much. I wonder if I could see who's winning and who's not. Obviously putting all of these tanks in here would secure me quite a bit of land. I'd like to take over Mexico, but I'm obviously not fascist. I'm working my way over towards being fascist. How are our convoys? We finally have a surplus. Looking at production. Did our carrier ever finish? I believe it did. So now we have a massive stockpile of convoys being constructed. Still lacking some aluminum. Yeah, I really just don't know who we're going to declare on. A lot of countries are a part of the Allies. It would be fun to take Venezuela, though. Well, 13 minutes into the game, the Soviet Union is starting to garrison a lot of this area. Turkey seems to be pushing it back into Azerbaijan and up into the Caucasus. Germany and the Soviet Union seem to be pushing here into Europe. So maybe we will. I don't know who we're going to be declaring on. Is Afghanistan part of the Allies? Yes, they are. There is no way the Soviet Union can win this, but it looks like they are. It's very odd. Every day that goes by, we are producing a heck of a lot more naval bombers, a heck of a lot more tactical bombers, anything and everything you can imagine. I think we are going to declare war, of course, on the Soviet Union. Still waiting on all of our units to make their way over. Let's put everybody over to this port. And when can I declare war on the Soviet Union? It says 30 days, but I don't know where any of these things are. I know where Vladivostok is. I guess we're gonna have to do this the hard way. What about Kamchatka? That has to be something. Somewhere. They have so many territories. Here we go, Kamchatka. And when we are ready to go, we are going to declare war. I wish all of our units would make it over. And they are getting closer and closer. Our Marines are obviously going to go here. You're going to go there. And we are just going to build up this naval base as much as possible. Probably getting it to a level 10 base sometime soon. Our construction is coming along nicely. We have 255 military factories. Though we do need to improve our artillery. We haven't done that in quite some time. Unfulfilled import requests. Soviet Union no longer going to be trading. Instead, we are going to be gaining quite a bit from Free France. There's all of our aluminum. We have a surplus of steel, surplus of chromium, surplus of rubber. Though I don't know how long that's going to last. What do we really need? More than anything, probably half-tracks. We have rubber, we have oil, but we don't have steel. I would like to get some tactical bombers, which we already are producing. We have 1 heavy fighter, 2 heavy fighters. A lot of tanks. Probably artillery might be useful. No, we got a lot of it. Let's start working on mechanized half-tracks. As many as we can get. Obviously, the steel is going to be hard to come by. Still lacking quite a bit of heavy tanks. But all 24 of you are here and ready to go. I would like these 24 units to make their way over to this island. Only a level 1 naval base, though, so that's not very good. Bringing you to level 2. You're level 3, you're level 3. And any moment now, we are going to declare war on the Soviet Union. Army training, don't need. Construction speed sounds very, very nice. Naval bases are going to be 10% faster. I think what we're going to do is go for construction engineering. Obviously, it is infinite, so we might as well accumulate what we can. And we are going to be declaring war on the Soviet Union any moment now. Do we want better Marines? Yes, we do. Looking at logistics, we are still down 2.7 thousand. It looks like 65 days have gone by. I'm starting to even wonder, instead of maybe tactical bombers, maybe we should just continue focusing on our production of heavy tanks, because that's what's going to be expensive. Did we ever get a new heavy tank? I believe we did. Nah, we got the Pershing, but any moment now we are going to start working on the Patton, maybe 283 days from now. Would mean before 1945 in total. What is the... Are they cheaper? 134 versus a 143. So more chromium but less steel. We can afford that. Starting on the M46 Patton. And maybe looking at production. Getting 1 more heavy tank isn't going to hurt anything. This is the People Republic of China. When we can declare on the Soviet Union, we obviously will. Not until the 6th of April, so not too much longer. Let's find all of our fleets in the area. Somewhere around here. I wish I could combine everything. Select all. There we go. No. Hold, then move them all together. Your number 1 priority is to consolidate if you can. Alf Landon criticized for weak foreign policy. I could have swore it was not against the Soviet Union. It was probably against China again. That is a lot of ships. 20 heavy cruisers, 87 destroyers. Our goal is to consolidate all of them. You can only merge navies when you have more than 1 selected. I guess they all merged, unless everybody's still making its way to the area. Which is probably possible. We have 3 navies over here. Select all. I want to move all of them closer to Russia as well. All the way to this naval base. And it is pretty much, looks like some carriers and some battleships, quite a few battleships, and some heavy cruisers. Luckily, they aren't very slow. And I believe on the 6th, we are going to declare our war. I don't think China and the Soviet Union are going to be putting up much of a fight against each other. So if we could just start making our way across the Soviet Union's empire, we should do fairly well. And obviously, we'll begin accumulating army experience and air experience. Looking at our construction, North American P-51 Mustang has been unlocked. I think we would like to get the Chain Lightning. Well, I don't know if we need any of these at all. Close air support might be a good option. Let's start working on the jet engines. We need to get that up and running. 154 days until we can even begin. And the 6th of April is almost on us. Our #1 goal is to take the naval base and obviously just build one when we can. Declare our war. Shit is about to hit the fan. Here we go. Send and send. And then we need to send over... Oh my goodness. All 24 of these heavy tanks need to make it over. And there we have it. About to arrive. And we do want to take Vladivostok. That is a naval base. Don't think I'm going to be joining the Allies at all. Okay, we've taken the naval base. We need to get that up to level 10. And we need to build some infrastructure, which we can't do just yet. All of these tanks now need to move here. All of them. And then create a front line. And then an offensive line. I don't care how we do it, but something like that. As long as we have enough to go about. And it looks like we do. Can we edit this a little bit more? Yes, we can. Activate you when you're ready. The more and more factories that we begin to accumulate are naval dockyards need to go to the top. And it would be a good option to take these Marines and make a beeline for this airbase, or for both air bases. Looks like we're taking attrition. I don't know why. And these units can activate when they're ready to go. Here comes the airbase. And with all of these planes, we can have up to 800. We're going to be adding 600 heavy fighters. And we are going to be adding quite a few tactical bombers. Strategic bombers, or... I need tactical. Don't really see any, though. Naval bomber, naval bomber. Well, maybe they will get shot down. I don't really know. Suicide strike aircraft, I guess. I don't want to produce any more carrier fighters if we don't need to. Though I would like to use all these naval bombers. And there we go. Have all of you move in here. Air superiority, interception, naval strikes, whatever we can find. Obviously, there isn't much of a naval presence at all. Our tanks are finally moving out. Everybody has seemed to have arrived. Though they are very slow, they are very powerful, so it shouldn't be too complicated to take the rest of these areas. I do need to start building up some infrastructure. Whenever we can. It's going to take a while. We have some small skirmishes here in the Soviet Union's empire. These Marines appear to never have moved in the first place. Insufficient naval superiority in the region. Can we take all 26 of these ships? Yes, we can. Search and destroy in the Bering Straits, in here, and in here. Naval base still level 1. Taking yet another airport. We can have up to 1,000 planes, so I think I know what we're going to be doing. Putting in 1,000 heavy fighters. All of you are going to make your way over to Manchuria, I suppose. Air superiority. Air base has insufficient supply. That needs to change. It's almost a level 2 naval base. And I think it might be a good idea to start making our way over this direction to Siberia. Activate when you're ready to go. And then obviously once we land, we're going to be building a naval base. North American XB-28 Dragon. Are we actually producing them? It doesn't feel like it. Looks like we are lacking a lot of rubber. I wonder why that is. We're probably at war with whoever we were trading with. Let's get our Tactical Bomber 3. The XB-28 Dragon, we're lacking aluminum, lacking rubber. Can we produce more refineries? We probably can. Here in South Korea. Here in a lot of these areas. We're going to gain some rubber, which is what we need. 0, 0, 0, 0. Though many of our refineries haven't even started, so I guess that's fine as well. We're going to gain it eventually. Can we trade for some rubber? British Malaysia. Let's take what we can. And I wouldn't mind taking this airport. We're obviously about to take a province from the Soviets. We now have a level 2 naval base, gaining more supply throughout. Do we need to start working on infrastructure? Probably. Let's get you to level 10, because I don't want anybody to die. If we can prevent it, at least. Units are still making their way up. Though very slowly. Supply status is at 44%. M2 carbines have been unlocked. Changing you on up. We lack steel again. I wonder if we could stop preventing, or stop producing, you know, so many ships, because we don't really need as many. Don't think we need all these convoys. Going to exit this. Do we want as many destroyers? I think we're going to produce one more. Whoops, that's not the right one. 30 versus 45. We need our heavy cruisers, but we don't need destroyers as often. They are very cheap as well. 1943, getting better night vision. Might as well begin working on improved infantry equipment. It is almost 1944, meaning we still want our jet engines, but we're not really near it. We have both our tactical bomber. I would love to get jet engines, but I think we are going to get logistical bombing first for more air superiority. And our #1 goal is to build some heavy tanks whenever we can. We're about to save a bunch of steel, but these heavy tanks are so expensive that it might not really be that viable of an option. Can we trade for more aluminum? That's not aluminum. Let's find Free France, take a little bit more. Eventually, we're going to have our synthetic refineries, and we won't need to be trading for rubber. So that'll save us a few little spaces from time to time. Well, anyway, we are going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in our next adventure.